All right, let's talk about one of the most incredible systems you have, your immune memory. It's basically the biological software that makes sure your body almost never makes the same mistake twice. So how in the world does it work?
I mean, have you ever really thought about it? How you can get something like chickenpox once when you're a kid, and then boom, for the rest of your life you're pretty much protected. It's not magic, not at all. It's this super sophisticated surveillance and memory system. And the key to understanding it all, well, it starts with identifying the enemy. You see, every germ, every virus, or any foreign substance really has a unique molecular signature, kind of like a fingerprint. We call this signature an antigen. And your body is absolutely brilliant at spotting one and going, hey, wait a minute, you don't belong here. So once your body identifies an invader by its antigen, it adds it to this sort of internal most wanted list. And believe me, the variety of characters on that list is huge.
Just think about it. Your immune system is like a 24/7 security patrol, constantly scanning for anything that carries a foreign antigen. It's this tireless, silent process that's happening inside you right this very second.
So what do these signatures actually look like? Well, they can be things like the protein coats of viruses. Those are called capsids. Or the tiny little tails that bacteria use to swim around, known as flagella. Even the nasty toxins released by some bacteria, or just bits and pieces of their cell walls, act like giant red flags for your immune system.
And you know, it's not just about germs. Antigens can be proteins in something like snake venom, for example. Heck, even our own bodies have them. The A and B markers that determine your blood type, those are antigens. They're also the reason why organ transplants aren't just a simple plug-and-play operation.
Okay, so your body spots an invader. What happens next? It's not like it has a pre-programmed response for everything it might encounter. No, it has to learn. And this is what we call acquired immunity.
This is the memory part of the game. It's the immunity you aren't born with, but the kind you develop over your lifetime through exposure. And your body can get it in two really different ways.
So on one hand, you have active immunity. Think of this as your body going to the gym. After it's exposed to an antigen, it does all the hard work itself. It built its own antibody factories, and it creates a powerful, long-lasting memory. Then, on the other hand, you have passive immunity. This is more like being handed the answers to a test. You're just given the pre-made antibodies, kind of like what a baby gets from its mother. It gives you fast, immediate protection, but it's temporary, because your body didn't learn how to make them on its own.
Now, for the rest of this, we're going to focus on active immunity, that amazing process of learning from scratch. So let's really look at what happens during that very first encounter with a brand new invader.
Right, so this initial meeting is called the primary response, and it is not instant. Your body has to identify the enemy, figure out its weaknesses, and then slowly, and I mean slowly, build up an army of specialized antibodies to fight it. It's a whole methodical, multi-week process, a total training montage.
And this timeline shows you exactly how it unfolds. First, you've got the lag phase. For up to 3 weeks, it might seem like nothing's happening, but behind the scenes, your body is learning. Then, bam, you hit the exponential phase where antibody levels just shoot up. After a bit, they level off at a steady state before finally declining as the threat is taken care of.
That first fight, it might be slow, but the most important thing it does is create a memory, a really powerful, lasting memory.
So let's say that invader decides to come back for round 2, maybe months or even years later. It probably thinks it's going to be another slow, deliberate fight. Oh, it could not be more wrong. And wow, look at the difference here. It's staggering. The time it takes to respond drops from over a week to just a day or 2. The peak response is massively, massively larger. Your body even churns out more specialized types of antibodies. And their ability to grab onto the invader, what scientists call their affinity, is way, way higher. I mean, if that table didn't make it clear, this chart will. It's not even a contest. That first exposure results in a small, slow trickle of antibodies. But that second exposure, it triggers an absolute tidal wave of defenses. The invader is often completely wiped out before you even realize you're sick. That is the power of immune memory. So let's just sum it up. This memory response, sometimes called the amnestic response, it is faster, it is stronger, and it lasts so much longer. It's like your body's personal, highly trained special forces unit, ready to go at a moment's notice.
So, okay, this is all fascinating biology, right? But this isn't just a cool fact. This whole principle of learning and memory, well, it's one of the most important pillars of modern medicine and public health.
The entire idea behind vaccination is built on this very foundation. A vaccine safely introduces your body to an antigen without making you sick, so it can go through that slow, primary training montage. That way, if the real invader ever shows up, your body is already trained, prepped, and ready to launch that massive, overwhelming secondary response immediately.
And really, that's the bottom line. This ability to remember an enemy and respond way more powerfully the second time around is the very basis for immunization programs. The reason we can protect millions of people for years, sometimes for their entire lives, from really dangerous diseases.
So our bodies have this powerful, adaptable learning system inside them, one that we've already taught to defeat dozens of diseases. The question that keeps driving science forward is, what else is possible? What new invaders can we train it to recognize and defeat next?